As part of Project Troubadour, I traveled with 3 New England folk musicians to the West African nation of Gambia to give 40 free concerts up and down the Gambia River. We took passage on an old cargo boat bringing salt and lumber to the far reaches, and when the boat docked, we'd scamper off, make contact with the village chief, and find a large tree under which to give a free concert. The children would gather first, curious to see who these strangely dressed people were, and then the grown-ups and elders, and we would play songs like Down by the Riverside and Oh Susanna and Buffalo Gals, Won't You Come Out Tonight. They kicked up their heels and laughed and showed appreciation that we'd come such a long way to visit them in their tiny African village. On board the boat, we met a remarkable woman from Sweden who made a trip every year to the leper colony at Bansang to bring supplies to the families who lived there. So when our boat docked at Bansang, we struck up conversations through our interpreter and decided to begin the concert at once. The crowd assembled. Soon after we played our first number, I noticed an old man with no hands or feet, just stumps, dragging himself toward us across the sand. Then he stood himself up in the center of the circle, looked right at us, and smiled with joy, and then he started to dance, and he moved like no other person I've ever seen, as if on stilts, waving his thin arms, turning his fine head up toward the light, spinning in circles. Tears streamed down my face to see someone so carefree and happy. Our lead guitar was so overcome, he put down his guitar and ran out to dance with the man. They twirled together for a long time. The man with no hands or feet turned out to be the village chief. He had such a strong spirit that he was the one they wanted to lead them. And after the concert, he invited me to come and have a cigarette with him on his favorite rock nearby. I don't smoke, but I couldn't turn him down. Conversation was difficult, but passing the cigarette back and forth between my hands and his stumps was a communion of the highest sort. The chief's light shone out of his eyes like a beacon of truth, and in his tribal tongue he kept thanking the Great Spirit for our visit, for his life, and for all the good things that had been given to him.